And then to add the finishing touches, the pièce de résistance. Did you hear that French, my gosh? Just to add that little bit, I'm going to use the KLB Nubian Glow 2. When you guys see me put this on my face, listen, I'm not gonna talk too much because this is gonna say everything for me.
So hey guys, how are you all doing? I finished my exams, and you know when we finish our exams, it's time for the post-exam summer glow up, glow, everything. So I'm about to use some of the SHOP KLB products, as well as showing you what my summer kind of foundation routine is. Obviously in the summer, it's hotter outside and Britain has been showing up. I'm not going to lie, it has been warmer, really warm, and I've had to change up my foundation routine just a little bit so that it's not so cakey, so full coverage, and allows me to have that summertime glow. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Now I use an eyebrow pencil to do my eyebrows, and that does not change. It stays the same all year round. Team eyebrow pencil. I am yet to use like a cream and stuff like that, but eyebrow pencil has been doing me well all these years, and well, it shall continue to do me. I'm then gonna take a spoolie and just feather that out. And I fill in my eyebrows a lot lighter, yeah. I fill in my eyebrows a lot lighter now, just because I have grown out my eyebrows. Now, one of the new products which I have been using and I have been loving is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic. Is that what it's called? NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. You guys know I was stuck on my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toffee for years, and this has literally come and it's just replaced it. Like it just said, move, get out of the way. I'm here and I'm coming to work. So I'm gonna take some of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take the Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm just going to go in and conceal under my eyebrows. And I'm just going to conceal the top of my brow with a little bit of my actual foundation colour, just so that we don't have a halo effect. And then I'm just going to take a brush from Real Techniques and blend that all out. So now that my eyebrows are done, we're going to move on to the skin. Now what I forgot to do whilst I was doing my eyebrow is actually prime. Now I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Mattifying Primer. This is a sample. Yeah. Now despite the fact that I want to glow, I am going to be using a mattifying primer. Why? Because I, like many people, get very oily during the summer. I actually have combination skin, but in the winter it's more so dry. In the summer it's more so oily, and I get very oily in my T-zone. So I'm just going to use this mattifying primer in my T-zone area just to help block out those oils. And I'm only going to use like a little bit, literally. Okay, this might actually be a lot. Put this on my cheeks and put this on my nose and my T-zone. I usually use Milk of Magnesia, but because we want that dewy look, Milk of Magnesia will help you get that flawless matte look during the summer. It's a great primer. Well, it's not really a primer, so use it with caution, but it's a great thing to use. But for this dewy look, we're gonna go with this mattifying primer, and I'm just gonna let that sit and dry for a little bit. I'm gonna fan it dry because we ain't got time, honey. Now ideally you would let your primer sit on your Now ideally you would let your primer sit on your face for like 10 minutes. That's why you should do it before you do your eyebrows, but me being me, I forgot. So I'm gonna go straight into color correcting, and I'm gonna use my LA Girl Pro Conceal orange color corrector. As you can tell, exams have not treated me favorably, plus bad eating means that I have loads of spots that I have also been popping. My skin looks a hot mess, so you don't want to take too much color corrector, because color corrector is actually quite hard to blend out. Am I the only one who thinks so? And I'm also going to take, the name of this brush has smudged off, okay? So it's a Real Technique. It's like a fluffy brush. It's a synthetic brush. Sorry, I don't know the name. I'm then going to move on to my foundation. I'm actually using the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. So it gives you a satin finish, basically. I'm just going to pump one pump on there, and I took the rest of what was on the back of my hand from doing my eyebrows. During summertime, I'm sure you guys can all agree, I hate having too much foundation on. I cannot express how much I hate it. So I'm then going to take the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just going to buff that into my skin. I'm just going to distribute it first. I do not want a thick layer or amount on my face, and I'm basically first going to concentrate on the areas where I have my marks. This is, I would call this a medium to full coverage foundation, so you're pretty much okay if you have some scars, but I do think it's buildable. You will have to wait till the first layer you've put on has dried before you add more though. So as you guys can see, it definitely gives you a dewy look. I'm then going to take my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I'm going to use the flat side of it to kind of just dab some of this excess. It's not really oil, just buff everything out and everything together so that we don't have too much streakiness from the buffing brush. There we go, that leaves us with a flawless foundation. I'm then going to take my NYX HD Studio concealer and put, oh, the top came off, okay. And put some under my eyes and just highlight with it. So I'm only going to take it like max to the end of my eyebrow. I really want to keep it centered because I'm not trying to make my face look wider. I'm going to be letting this sit and get a bit tacky. I learned this from Jackie Aina and it really works well with this concealer. I don't know what it is, but it just makes it a bit more full coverage and it just gives it a more flawless effect, and it makes blending it a lot easier. Obviously you don't want to leave it on too long to the point where it's dry and you can't really blend it out, but it makes sure that it doesn't, this is quite a watery concealer, so when you blend it out, when it's like first applied, it does like to spread a lot, and I hate that. I find that it makes your makeup look quite messy. So I'm just going to leave that on just for a little bit, and we're going to do our eyes. We're going to prime our eyes. So I'm using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to prime my eyelids. Now I do have some foundation on there already, so that's going to mix in with the Jumbo Pencil and create more of a tan lid color rather than the really white look. I'm also going to take some of my translucent powder and just set my eyelids. The NYX Jumbo pencils are quite creamy, so I do like to set them just with a little bit. I'm just going to dab it into the pot and then dust it off and just set them in place. If you don't know what translucent powder I use the Topaz and Banana Ben Nye powder mixed together. I've deposited it into like another container. So now that we've primed our eyes, we're going to go back in with our Miracle Complexion Sponge and just blend out under our eye. I'm then going to take my buffing brush again with the excess foundation that's left over on it. I'm going to blend out the edges of my concealer just to make sure it blends in seamlessly. And now before I set it, I'm going to take my trusty old LA Girl Pro concealer and I'm going to put just a dot on each side of my under eye. That's just going to brighten up that inner section for me. I do like a bright highlight. I'm not going to deny it. I'm toning it down from what it used to be. Someone give me props because my highlight used to be really bright. But yeah, I'm just keeping it focused on the inner section. And I'm going to also do like a line down the center of my nose just to add some definition, and on the tip of my nose as well. So I'm going to take my Ben Nye Banana and Topaz powder mix and I'm going to set under my eye before it creases. I'm going to dip my sponge into the powder and then blow off the excess powder. This is something I saw Alyssa Ashley do, and she said that it helps with making sure that your under eye is not cakey. That was way too much powder, but that's what you're pretty much trying to avoid, putting too much powder under your eye. You do not want your under eye to be cakey, so just take a little bit of the powder and just blow the excess off. Y'all see? And just go in and set under your eye. This side of my eye is a lot less set than this side. I would have preferred for this side to look like this side, but now I've got to make this side, that side, look like this side. So I'm then going to go in and set the rest of my foundation with my L'Oreal True Match Superblendable powder in the colour W10 Deep Golden. So I'm going to take that with my powder brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to just pat it on in order not to, you know, streak my foundation, and then buff it in. And I'm going to buff away that excess powder under my eyes, if there is any. I just want everything to pretty much come together and be as one. I'm then gonna go in and bronze my face. I absolutely love using the Sleek Translucent Powder in Chocolate. It is one of my holy grails, and I use it just to add some nice warmth to my skin and to my face. It is a very dark powder, so it does add to contouring, but it's also very red. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with the contour brush. Is it called the contour brush? Yeah, I think it's the contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm just gonna take off any excess from that as well, and I'm going to go in and just place that in the places where you would usually contour. This brush is angled, so it does give you that nice chiseling effect. I'm slightly gonna just press it into the side of my nose just to add back any dimension, and also into the curves of my eye. Now for my eyes, I'm going to keep it very, very simple. I'm actually going to be using the Morphe 12 Summer Palette. This is a palette that one of my lovely subscribers, Tumise, sent to me, and it just has 12 shimmer colors in it, and it's just these beautiful kind of warm golden shimmer colors, and there's one in there that I have been using like crazy, which is this one, which is second from last on the bottom row. Oh, this color right here, my gosh, flabbergasting. So I'm just going in and putting that all over my lid. I'm using a round fluffy brush, which is not the best idea. You should really use a flat eyeshadow or a flat shader brush, but mine's in my drawer. My drawer's over there. I'm not really going to go to it, so I'm going to take my Morphe 35W palette, which Tumise also sent me. Hey Tumise. And I'm going to take this lovely warm brown in there, and just take a tapered blending brush and put that all in my crease. This is a really warm brown color, so I'm trying to keep this really warm. I would have done like a more golden eye, but I don't know. I've not really been into golden eyes recently. I've just been loving doing stuff that is warm, really warm, like burnt oranges, reds, purples, just warm, you know? And I'm gonna blend that out with this orange color from my Sleek blush kit. There is a similar orange in the 35W palette. So if you have the 35W palette, you can do this entire look. I'm just bouncing from palette to palette just because they have the specific colors that I want. Yes, that's how I want it to be. And then I am going to put on some eyelashes. Now I'm gonna be using these Demi Wispies, which I got from Amazon for like £1.37 for all 5 of these. Sorry Ardell, but you've been bumping us for too long. It would help if I had some eyelash glue and a tweezer. BRB. And now we're going to move on to doing our under. lower lash line area. So I'm just gonna go in with this angled brush, which is at the end of my spoolie, and I'm going to take that orange color which we use from the blush palette, and I'm just going to smudge that under my eyes, and then go in with the 35W palette and get that same warm tone brown and go under there as well. I'm then going to do my blush, and for my blush I'm just going to use that same burnt orange color from my Blush by 3 Sleep palette in the color Chantilly, and it's just this lovely, just dark orange color. Not gonna lie, I might just OD on this blush just because this blush is everything, man. Everything. And then to add the finishing touches, the pièce de résistance. Did you hear that French, my gosh? Just to add that little bit, I'm going to use the KLB Nubian Glow 2. When you guys see me put this on my face, listen, I'm not gonna talk too much because this is gonna say everything for me. I'm very excited to put this on my face right now. If you are the sort of person who does not like that overly beaming, very obnoxious, ignorant glow, you might not want to watch this next part. Yeah. Ooh, this highlight here. Oh my gosh. I'm also going to use the excess and place that under my eyebrow just to give that some glow. I know somebody's going to dislike this video right here and be like, your highlight's not blended. I'm coming. So I'm going to take this stippling brush and I'm just going to blend that all out over my cheeks. It's a very finely milled powder, and so it gives you this lovely sheen without looking chunky. And I just think, Kemi, you have cracked the code. You have cracked the code. Kemi was always the queen of highlighting, and now she has her own highlights. I really cannot get enough. Like, I was so obsessed with my Makeup Revolution Rejuvenate powder, or my I was so obsessed with my Makeup Revolution Rejuvenate highlight powder, but this has really come and taken first place. So pigmented, so nice. Please do go and support her. I will leave her channel and the link to this actual powder down below. And it is this just very true golden color, which is just everything and more. Everything and more. I'm just gonna go in and do my lipstick now. I'm gonna take that same eyebrow pencil, dark brown, to line my lips. Now I'm gonna overline slightly because you really only live once, so. And I'm not going to use any lipsticks. I'm just gonna go in with 2 lip glosses. This one is the H&M lip gloss, and it's just going to add a lovely pink tint, and gloss is just everything in the summer, so yeah. You just get you a good gloss, a good liner, yeah, and you should poppin'. And then I'm going to add the Primark lip gloss that I've had for God knows how long, and put a dab of that in the middle. And just blend around my nose because this cold really wants to ruin my life. And yeah, that is the look. Now what I'm going to do lastly is top all of this glow off with this, my water and glycerin mix. This is just one part what? That's the question. 1 part rose water and glycerin to 2 parts water from the tap, and just in like a pump. I'm literally just gonna soak my face in that, and I'm going to let that sink into my skin. Whilst that's sinking into my skin, whilst that's sinking into my skin, I'm going to put on a top, and I'm gonna come back, do some slow-mos, do some, you know, cute poses, and I've obviously got to do something to my hair, and I'll see y'all real quick. So yes, you guys, that is the finished look. I am looking very glowy, and what I love about this look is that I look very glowy, I look very dewy, but most of the stuff on my face is not oily. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this with me. Please do go and check out the SHOP KLB products. I will leave the website down below. I did buy these products by myself. She didn't send it to me, she didn't tell me to do this video. I just really support what Kemi is doing. I will also link her channel down below, and yeah, please do go and support. Her products are bomb diggity dig, and I hope you guys are enjoying your summer so far, or are going to enjoy your summer. Let me know if you do try out any of these products or this look, and I will talk to y'all later.